Hey guys, welcome back to another video. First time recording on my new phone, so we'll talk about that later. Today, got a package in the mail, and it's a record player, number 3. So hopefully third time's a charm, and this one will get the job done. This is a Trexonic brand. It was delivered upside down, so hopefully that's not a problem. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So this is another multimedia player in addition to playing LPs. It does CDs and cassettes, Bluetooth, radio, auxiliary, and cassette. So I landed on this one. If I can get it out of here. For the features, and it looks a lot different than the other two that I've tried. Because one of the biggest things that I needed was volume control on the remote for my sensitive ears, and I wanted to have that feature on the fly at all times. So get rid of that box. Here's a packing slip. Alright, looks pretty cool. And I got this from JCPenney's online, which is kind of weird. I don't know if I've ever bought anything from JCPenney's, but it was online only. Otherwise, I would have picked it up in person. So here we go. We'll go ahead and drop down a little bit. Some artwork. It's a 3-piece one. I was kind of torn. I like the aesthetic of the wood tone ones. Shout out to Aloy, celebrity appearance once again. I like the wood grain ones that were like mahogany and stuff, and that were all like one unit without auxiliary speakers. But it didn't really work out. It didn't have all the features that I needed. So this appears to be brand new, so I'm hoping that is the case. So far things are looking very promising. Here's the instructions, here's the remote, and it does indeed have volume control right there. So far so good. Pristine condition. My first record player I got, I saved from the trash at Disc Replay, and it just had issues with playing new records, and it would play old stuff like Johnny Cash, and I didn't have any cassette tapes to try at the time, so I didn't know if that worked. But I took it to the record store, and I talked to other people, and they didn't have any ideas why it wouldn't play Avril Lavigne. And I wish I would have just replaced the needle, because that could have been all it needed. Like the needle cartridge, I don't know. I'll never know, because I got rid of it, unfortunately. It was also like a 3-piece thing like this, but I don't think it did cassettes, come to think of it. And I don't even remember what the brand was. I think it was silver in color, but that's all in the past now. This is packaged extremely well, so shout out to JCPenney's. They know how to package a record player. Also, I'm recording on the Galaxy SE Fan Edition because my Note 20 just didn't have enough internal storage, and at least this phone has a micro SD card slot. So hopefully that'll encourage me to make more videos and not having to stream them and upload them first. Alright, so I know you can't see anything, sorry about that. Let me pop back down again. Alright, so far we're looking good. Here's the speakers, looking like speakers. Love that. Love it when they do that. And I'm not a big fan of like the cable wire. There's like 2 raw wires, positive and negative. So whatever this is, it's like coax or auxiliary or RCA, one of the two. I like that a little bit more. I'm not an audiophile though, so I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. As far as connections go, I could add more speakers if I want. There's the power port, where is the power supply? Oh, that must be what's in this little box. Yes, indeed. Alright, so on the front, what do we got? Here's the turntable. Not too bad, looking good. Pretty typical looking. We got aux, we got USB. We can put SD cards in this bad boy. We got, oh sorry, this is aux, this is headphone. I don't know if it'll let me zoom in. It will not, okay. Volume, I like having a volume knob 10 million times better than physical buttons. There was another one. Oh, uh-oh. I hope it's a knob. It does have a thing, but it also clicks in. Hopefully that's just to turn it on. But anywho, we got some different functions. You can record to different things. I think you can record like USB audio tracks, like MP3s onto cassette, which is pretty nuts. I can make mixtapes. Dual cassette decks, which I didn't really care about having two, but I wanted to have something that was a little bit more robust than just having that automobile unit. It's just all you do is press play or fast forward and that's it, and it just goes ka-chunk, and it's really not great. Yeah, couldn't get it to work on the last one, but this is I thought it would eject by itself without needing power. Oh, well, it's taped shut. Okay, well, let me get it hooked up, and here's CD down here. There was one that I was looking at that had like 3 CD changers, 2 cassettes, LP, everything else, and that was ugly as all sin. It was a lot more like early 2000s vibe, and this is a little bit more, I don't know, a little more chill. So let me pause, get it hooked up, and we'll do a few tests. All right, guys, we're back. We got everything hooked up here. Let's start with CD right out of the gate. This is indeed a volume knob, which is lovely, and I was wrong about adding speakers to the back. That's actually for input, so if you want to add, I don't know, something that's crazier than just auxiliary, you can add more. Oh, here we go. So this is Avril's second album. Both speakers are sounding good. I think that sounds fantastic. I don't want to get copyright infringed, so we're gonna stop that real quick. But that sounds good. Moving on to the next feature. Let's see what's up. All right, USB. I think I do have a flash drive actually, right here. I don't know, but it's inside a folder, so I don't know if it's gonna play nice with that. Let's see if it figures it out. It says error, so that's kind of expected. But I'm not too worried about that. Let's see what the next function is. Card. I don't have anything on a card to show you right now. Next is the phone now. That's the record player, but I'm gonna save that for last. Okay, next we got tape. So I've got some Ace Bass tapes that I've never been able to listen to. So I'm kind of excited about this. Hopefully it doesn't eat them. This is side, well, this is Lucky Love. That's the name of the album. Let's just pop it in and see what happens. I haven't done this in a while. Hopefully I'm doing it right. Oh. I was not. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Oh, okay, so it's not gonna auto start obviously because it needs more love than that. And my lighting isn't super great. Let's see. Here we go. I'm not hearing anything. It's at 13. Try the flip side. Doesn't want to eject. I have no idea if this tape is even any good. But oh, here we go. That's working. It does kind of have a high-pitched whine on occasion. But I'm getting a decent amount of bass, which is, you would expect. It's Ace of Bass. It almost seems a little faster, but it could be an earlier recording, and I'm getting this high-pitched whine in the background, even when it's not, even when the volumes are all the way down. And I've heard something like that before. It could be interference with other electronics, could be all sorts of other things, but that is not great, but it's better than that car unit that I was telling you about. It's So we'll try the second deck, see if it still does that, just for science. Okay, I'm not really noticing the whine as much. I still feel like the song isn't supposed to be this fast though. But I don't want to get flagged. It does sound pretty good. I'm still getting like notes of that whine, that hiss, but maybe I wouldn't if I'm a little bit further away. So that's kind of a, I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, we got auxiliary. I don't have anything aux to test at the moment, but I'm not too worried about that. Bluetooth. Well, my phone is being used right now, and the other phone is off, so we will, actually I'll pause. We will try that. Okay, so I've got my other phone here. We're paired via Bluetooth. Got some Avril on here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Sounds pretty good. For a low quality YouTube MP3, it's not bad. Skip a little bit. It gets the job done. Okay. I'm happy with that. No crazy feedback. And let's see. Can I press the play button? Will that work? Okay, yep, okay. That's expected. And the volume? That definitely works. Love that. Okay, I'm definitely gonna get flagged, but we're gonna try not to be. All right, getting towards the end here. Here's radio, maybe. Oh yeah, my favorite station, static. I think there's a scan button on here, maybe. There we go. There's something.
What?
Oh.
Daily assessment. Getting loans.
We're getting something. I don't really understand how the scan button works. It just kind of figures out what stations are working and stuff. Which is working. So that's cool. And then we are going to test the LP, last and not least. Phono. All right. Should I test it with an old record or test it with this one? You know what? We're just gonna jump right in. We're gonna test it with Avril. She's incredibly dusty, even though it's been in the sleeve the whole time. I am so sorry. I'm gonna grab a microfiber cloth. So 1 second. Okay, so we grabbed our microfiber cloth, and I forgot to. I wiped it down a little bit. Forgot to remove this twisty tie. Let's carefully set that there. There we go. Put that back. Oops. Sorry. Alright, let's see. We got the locking mechanism. We got the arm raiser. I don't know if this is a drop, like a chunk, or if it has a gradual. Let's find out. Oh, it's got the thing. Oh, works like that. I don't hear any skips yet. At this point, I would have heard about 50. So I think we're in the clear. Coming up both sides. All right. Cool. Oh, weird. This is kind of a trip. So the volume on the speaker's down all the way, but you can still hear it coming out of the needle directly. I think that's pretty nuts. That's cool. I don't know how to lift this up properly. Oh, like that, I guess. All right, I'm still learning. I was literally at Disc Replay today after work, and I saw a bunch of her other albums. They had Complicated. Not Complicated. Her second album that. Anyways, for $30, and I thought about it. I would love to have that on LP too. And then they had a few of her other albums for like $35 or more dollars. But No, not right now. But so I'll enjoy this and might do some more videos. As always, thanks for dropping in, and I'll see you in the next one.